Previously on American Grit, I brought 4 military heroes together who handpicked their teams of ordinary people.
All right, now we're ready to go.
These civilians have been put through what we call evolutions.
There you go.
Every second counts here.
Challenges based on military training. In the last evolution, the teams took to the water.
Why are we going in circles? Pick it up.
On Fisherman Claire's prowess, Team Noah took the lead.
You need leverage, figure it out.
And despite being down a man, Team T made it a fight to the finish.
They came in strong. It was a proud mama moment.
But it was not enough, and Team Noah were once again saved from the circus.
Y'all are making my job so easy.
Back at base camp, Maria's grit was called into question.
Do you want to ring out?
I would rather be home with my kids.
In the end, Marine daughter Hayes, the injured Yogi K-Joy, and the obstacle course athlete Brooke were put into the circus.
Submerge!
Let's go.
They battled hard to the bitter end before Brooke's chances of winning collapsed. Tonight,
Step up.
Team T has a tough battle after losing another teammate.
We are down to just 2 people. I gotta remotivate the rest of my team.
And with Team Nick suffering physically and Team Rourke suffering mentally,
What's going on down there? What is this?
both teams need to find their grit.
I want to prove a point to my team that you can't let injuries get in the way of anything. No matter how much pain we're in, we never quit. We're here to win.
I can't make a team better than it is, but I can definitely make them perform at their highest ability. And I don't think we've done that yet.
Who will be the next contestant to give up, bring out, and go home on American Grit?
It's over!
Hey, K-Joy's here.
Joy!
Hey, welcome back.
I told you.
Brooke didn't come back from the circus.
Whoa, that's a huge shot.
She was probably one of the strongest women here.
What was the endurance?
It was jumping in ice baths,
That's insane.
completely submerged.
When I heard that they were jumping into buckets of ice, that freaked me out. That's from Navy SEAL training, and I understand why it is that they do it, because you have to know how to be a warrior and get through that. I don't know that I can.
She never gave up.
She hit the floor, thud.
She gave all.
She passed out.
Yeah.
Just went down.
Yep.
What?
It's not a joke, man. But the thing is, if I was gonna go out, that's the way I'm going out.
This sucks. We're down 2 members already. We look like the team that's about to be exterminated.
You need to trust me, I need to trust you, because that's all we have now.
Right.
We can't worry about Brooke anymore. We can't worry about Chris anymore. It's done. Now it's just focusing on you and I.
Everything I do in my life, people underestimate my strengths. I do modeling, but I grew up on a ranch. My exercise was riding horses and cleaning horse stalls. So I'm a little bit of a tomboy and a little bit of a diva. You know, I'm a tough cookie and I'm gonna hang in there, and so is Tony. Neither one of us can go to circus anymore because we can't lose again.
Exactly.
Hug it out.
Morning, everybody. Morning. Brooke's performance in the circus was nothing short of heroic. She feels great. She's walking with her head high, as she should. She gave all she could.
I'm always gonna be sad when you lose a member of your own team. As heartbreaking as that is, you gotta keep moving forward. Just like in the military, sometimes you lose a critical member of your team. But to continue the mission, you gotta keep moving forward.
Right now, I'd like to make something crystal clear. And that is, remember why you are here, to be pushed. Do not, under any circumstances, think that you will not be called on once or multiple times to give the same effort, because you will. If you think your stay in this competition consists of waltzing into these evolutions and holding grab-ass tournaments back at base camp, do yourself, your teams, and the competition a favor. Back at base camp, there's a bell. It is your ticket home. Ring it. Okay, now that's out of the way. Today's evolution is called moving camp. We'll test skills that U.S. military members have had to master. ingenuity and thinking on your feet. You will have to break down every piece of this camp,
including the base of the tent, which consists of a complex puzzle. Put it in your crate, cross the frigid water to dry land, where you will then construct a wheelbarrow from just a few materials. Use it to transport your crate and whatever leftover materials to the new location.
And then reset your camp. First team to set up camp exactly how it was wins the evolution. Win the evolution, safe from the circus.
Safe from going home.
Team T, you will only break down a camp built for 2 competitors. Does this all make sense?
Yes, sir!
All righty, cadre, get with your team and get a game plan.
Work as a team, slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
We need this win more than anything. Today is do or die. We can't afford to lose another team member. So you're not a strong swimmer. So if you can walk that water, because we don't know how deep it is.
I think T's team, they have 50% of the work to do. They're going to be a threat today. It's not going to be one as how fast we get across the lake. It's going to be solving this puzzle. If they don't get this puzzle solved, it's over.
Grab some mud. Onto you before you.
My first idea was to maybe create a spiral design and then piece it back together. K-Joy suggested to do numbers, and I said that's an even better idea.
Oh, that's too hard.
That's not hard.
It won't stick.
But in the end, they decided that they're going to do what was easiest for them.
But how I really want it to go down is you get down with your 10 first, help the other. This is what I do as a light infantry soldier with the 101st. You would break down and set up camp in training, in combat. This is my game right here. Keep moving, all right? And keep calm.
All right, cadre, let's get everybody prepped for the starting line.
Team Nick! Team T! Go with Dark!
Booyah! 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go, go. Drag it. Open it.
Start working together. Let's get them open. Get them open.
All right, get these tents off. Get these off now. Focus and communication is the strategy today. So if we can focus and do it with speed and accuracy, then we should be able to get through this and be number 1. Get the pose. Get the pose.
Damn, Team T looking mighty quick. Is quick effective?
Methodical, slow and smooth. Take your time, be deliberate. Being methodical is what's going to win the day. It's not going to be raw speed. It's going to be taking efficiencies and you move in a way that you're thinking. Hey, you might want to start tasking exactly like goalies doing. Start breaking other things down.
Come on, throw it in, Lisa. Come on, come on, come on. You're overthinking it.
People have started to break down the base of their tents.
Get them into the thing. Get them in.
You got it, Jim.
After I take down the tent, start writing numbers with mud all over the puzzle because I know the puzzle's going to be the deal breaker at the end.
Come on, come on, come on.
Take it too long. There we go. Sit on it.
Tony looks like he's me packing for a road trip.
Come on.
Shove everything in the crate and then hope she closes.
You're using a lot of time up right here. Machine, help him tuck in. We got to get this thing close so we can move on. I'm frustrated because I feel what I'm saying just isn't sustaining once we get into the fight. We got to speed up a bit. This is not uncommon, but in my mind, that's the difference between professionals and civilians. Come on, start talking. We got to get this done.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Tony, let's go.
Let's go. There we go. Raise those
Tony,
feet.
he and Yvette are headed towards the water.
The team of 2 is already moving. Troops, we got to accelerate our speed. We got a team that's already gone.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Sprint. Get out there. Pick up those feet and go.
They're not even in the water yet, guys. Come on, hurry up.
Part of the case broken.
Broken case. There you go. Ingenuity.
Right there, right there. We're good, all right, we're good. I woke up in the hospital and 2 of my limbs were gone. I could have easily have stopped right then, but I chose to push on. That's one thing I tell my team is to, no matter what happens, keep moving forward. You're doing good, Lisa. You're doing good. See, everybody's moving. You're good.
Get out there, Tony. Tony's not a strong swimmer. As a Marine, sometimes you get thrown off the deep end. And you gotta just adapt and overcome. Let's go. Get out there, Tony.
And I got folks in the water.
Come on, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's move.
Let's go, Tony.
Just feel my feet touch the ground. And then I started coming up as floating. So I started kicking in front of me. I was like, well, this ain't working. I ain't going nowhere. Now I'm getting tired because I don't swim. I don't know how to conserve energy as a swimmer.
I was trying to help Tony, but it is so cold. I'm from California. I don't do this cold weather.
Work it, work it, work it. Let's go.
Oh, we got 2 more on this side. Don't.
Tony and Yvette are about to get some company.
Go, go, go. Come on, K-Joy.
Tony, come on. They're coming. Grab my hand. Grab my hand. Don't freak out. Come on, Tony. Kick, Tony. Don't freak out. Kick harder.
you're slowing it down. Tony, you're slowing it. Let's go.
Even though Tony can't swim, that's a team issue. And unless they come up with a team solution to this problem, Team T is all gonna drown.
Hey, Tony.
We're still in this. We're still in it. We're still in it.
What?
It is freezing. I live in Austin, Texas. We don't go traipsing through water that's icy.
The lifeguard, come in. Stand up. Stand up.
I was extremely happy to have my feet on the ground. After this is all said and done, I'm gonna learn how to swim.
Quickly, we still got a lot of stuff to do. Let's go. Hurry up, that's all you back.
Drag our cases over, then we see the wheelbarrow. I'm looking at all the blocks, I'm like, why do we have all this stuff? We don't need all this. All you gotta do is make something simple.
Here we go.
Let's go, they're coming.
We have Team T still in first place.
Pick it up.
Team Noah in second.
You got it. You got it.
Team Nick a close third. And Team Rourke bringing up the rear.
Come on, Blue.
I never give up. That's why people know me as the Machine. I was a fat kid growing up, and I was made fun of. I decided that I wanted to get in shape. That's why I am where I am today. Now it's time to prove to Rourke that I'm the strongest person out here.
Team T with a great start, trying to keep it going.
We can't afford the circus. Let's go.
Teams, remember, any materials you don't use to make your wheelbarrows must also be brought to the campsite.
Get it together. It's a wheelbarrow.
I've been in Boy Scouts for most of my life. I'm very comfortable with knots.
Okay, yeah, tie clove hitch first, then you finish, and then a clove hitch.
My team takes their time, which I see as a critical part of this evolution, to make sure that we don't get 10 feet into it and it collapses.
Wrap it around here and around here.
What's going on down there? What is this?
The wheelbarrow was an equalizer. I mean, unless you were an engineer, you didn't know what you were doing.
The fork with these two.
Do exactly what Jim is doing. Come on, guys.
When you're in the field and you encounter a problem and someone finds a solution, it's important that person disseminates that information. If everyone has the same knowledge, everyone's able to work together as a team. Highly recommend you look at gyms.
We can't leave anything behind. Pick everything up.
What about a machine? Machine's just trying to figure out a way to stick some stuff in.
Right. Machine's solution to the problem set was, I'm just gonna take this burden with no function. So he starts sticking 2x4s in his life jacket. He's got pants that look absolutely ridiculous. So his problem solving at this point had just kind of dipped.
Blue, we gotta get ready to get on the road or we're gonna be too far behind.
And look at this, Team T leading the wheelbarrows.
Nice and steady.
That wheelbarrow does not look like it's gonna last long.
Blue team's be ready to move.
Get up, Yvette. Get up, Yvette.
Team Noah's passing Team T right now.
Team Noah passes us. Okay, don't panic.
They still gotta get 4 people. Don't look at them.
I'll take one. We'll go back, get the other one, and then we'll just shift it out there.
I'm not leaving my teammate. I'm not leaving her.
Slow and steady, steady and slow.
Yep. Team Nick right behind. We got ourselves a close race.
Guys, we had a complete malfunction. Right here, we're still in this.
We got it.
They got it. They got it.
We got it.
Oh, we're right there. It's right there, y'all.
Team Noah up front. No surprise there, as they are trying to stay undefeated in evolution.
Get those cases open.
Keep going. Come on.
Team T very, very close.
Open.
Red team, the finish line's right there.
Nick motivating his troops to get to that finish line.
All right, let's get to work.
We need to do one
Just
big
tuck
tie
it
so those
somewhere.
cannot come apart.
Not only do I need to give guidance on, hey, here's the big picture,
If we can do that, we can move these things.
I actually think I need to get a little bit more in the weeds and say, this is how you tie a knot.
Puzzles can make up a lot of ground. They could be dying on puzzles. We just got to get down there and get in a fight.
Yeah, I like puzzles till I got here.
My team has proven they're a powerhouse. For the final part of this evolution, each one of these tents has a different puzzle piece. And that's what requires a lot of thinking, and it makes me nervous.
Remember, there was a piece that went lower here because it looked like a place for my kid to sit.
You get the base lines, you get the rest of the puzzle.
We're trying to figure it out. Trying to place a piece in a piece. Just a piece. Yeah. Got one.
Ah, you jerk. I gotcha.
All right, Claire, down to Lisa.
Ooh, we got a base of 110 finish.
Maria, I need you to get over here because you number these pieces.
I did.
Maria, you need to get over here and do it. Then.
All right, then
Quick.
let's... Dude, Cameron, you're annoying me.
Drag like you've never dragged before.
Team Rourke inches closer to setting up camp. Tony has a base figured out.
Finally.
Ha! That's it! Okay. Start working the poles.
Team Noah, 3 bases complete.
That might not be the two, Maria.
I know.
It doesn't look like it. Maria had a really good strategy, numbering all the pieces. We all should have picked up on that and followed her lead. And, take the bullet for that one.
If we did all numbers, we'd be done by now.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Blue, we are in this. We are in this thing.
You guys start building. I'll get the limbs.
We're in this.
Let's not lose it here.
No, I don't want to do a puzzle again for a while.
There you go. Cross the seat.
Oh, God. Come on, baby. Start putting them in.
Team T's got their second base up. If they can get that tent set up correctly, they can win the evolution and be safe from the circus.
We get it, we get it.
They have got their last one. Their puzzle is done. We've got to get this together.
This isn't right. Or it might be. It might be.
We got everything up. All we have to do is just get David's puzzle, but it's the mother of all messes.
I'm telling you, this thing is not over as crazy as it sounds. Maybe just get together and do one, and to get one down, we build on that.
Here, try this one. Flip it. Here we go.
Tony and Yvette's still trying to figure out that tent setup. Team Noah still trying to figure out that one base.
Okay, here we go. Hallelujah! And it's all there! It's
Slow
all
down,
there!
David.
Slow down,
David.
I had it all together!
Team Noah finishes up on that last base, but it is not over yet. They have one last tent to set up, and Team T's also on their last tent.
That might be in the middle. That might be in the middle. Too long.
We need to find this pole, because we find this pole, it's over.
Give me a short one.
This one?
Take that one.
It's Team T and Team Noah down to the wire. Safety from the circus is on the line.
Move it, Tony. Let's go.
That's too high. That's too high. That's too high. That's too high.
Team T scrambling.
You're missing a pole. Where's the pole? You're missing a pole.
Where's the triangles?
Just didn't have a long pin.
It is not over yet. It is not over yet. Both teams finishing their tents.
Get over here.
Tony, I love you, done.
Team Noah has won the evolution. Which means they are safe from the circus.
Right now, I'm feeling kind of bummed. Second means nothing. You need to be first.
You can bring it in and get warm. Losing isn't something you want to beat. On some level, that starts sinking in. And so this round might be get a little bit mad.
Oh, I love you guys.
All right. Team Noah, congratulations. You're one step closer to winning up to $1 million. Team Rourke, Team T, Team Nick, you will have to choose which team member must face the circus. And the circus does not end until one of you gives up, rings out, goes home.
I am nervous about the circus. It's unknown. You don't find out until you get there.
I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous to go to circus.
I'm not tripping over the circus because there's worse.
I admire the fact that you are so positive, but not all of us are the same.
I don't have patience for negativity. I'm all about positivity, optimism, and success. It's not something to dwell on. That's an opportunity.
That's how you look at it. But when she looks at it, she's nervous, she's scared. She don't want to go home.
I'm just not afraid of the competitive side.
I'm not worried about that. Are you serious? You know what I've gone through? Broken hands, broken legs, bit kicked, bit.
My sport includes a wild animal. I mean, he's a bodybuilder. I want to see him try to do what I do.
You don't know what real suffering is.
I know what suffering is. Losing a family member is real suffering.
No, it isn't. We've all lost family members. Welcome to the club.
You're such a Losing my father was the worst thing that
I
ever
lost
happened.
my father.
Nobody
Welcome
said
to
what
the
you're
club.
saying. You're saying
I'm
it's
not
not a
asking
big
for
deal.
people to pat me on the back
I'm not
for it.
asking for that. I can't do this. It's stupid.
Okay.
You're such an ass.
Let it go, bruh. Let it go. No, I'm telling you, let it go. A little compassion goes a long way. Just a little bit.
You and Claire are the only people I talk to in here.
All right.
I don't get close to anybody else.
Hayes is a really cool girl. I think she's really cute.
I want another pillow.
She's a lot of fun to talk to.
Another blanket.
She's different from other girls back home and even from other girls in the house. I do enjoy spending time with her.
Oh my God, I could totally fall asleep to this right now.
Me and Cam are just very talkative and touchy. I mean, I'm never gonna pass up some hair play.
Let's hang out for a little bit. I'm gonna fall asleep.
All right.
Oh my God.
We need to recognize the winners of the evolution.
Woo!
Team Noah, congratulations, you guys. Get on your way.
Thank you.
Fun, guys.
We get a little picnic and we get to go on a hike. We're winning today, so that's pretty cool to get out of the house finally for a little bit.
What do you guys think Team Noah is doing right?
I feel like they're selecting a leader each time. I feel like they're listening to one person and following through with that.
They haven't been involved in the bickering and the nonsense that's happening in the house, and they were just focused on their game.
You know, I'm used to competing, so I gotta leave it all out here. I've done things my entire life. I've been a good runner, a good swimmer, and a cyclist, and
my strength is my mind. Your body can take so much, but your mind can literally go as far as you push it.
You told me they have great leadership, and you told me that they're focused. So it's time for all of you to step your game up. Keep that in mind.
Whoa! Don't be falling off the edge. It's a long fall.
This has to be like the best one so far.
Here's cups.
Oh, fruit, fruit, fruit. Raspberries.
All right, who knows how to make sandwiches?
I do.
Here's like silverware.
Oh, pepper jack, too.
I know you haven't seen the circus or anything, but do you have any advice? I'm really scared.
Don't overthink it. Just think about something different.
Okay.
Every time I found myself in a physical spot where it's like when we were out training or even deployed, I would think, how much stronger is this making me? You have to find the happy place. I was in Iraq, my first deployment. We're about to go on a patrol, and I'm smiling, got all my stuff ready. One of the guys goes, "Why are you so happy? We live in hell." And I looked at him, I said, because most people go to the movies to experience this. We're living it. You're here to challenge yourself to see what you're made of and say you're not going to stop until you break.
I like that. Cool. I got one more thing to say. You have beautiful eyes.
Thank you.
Yo, Rourke! I'm frustrated at this point as a Navy man. It's a little bit of a pill to swallow to have lost 3 in a row to my Army brethren. Yesterday, I felt like we forgot how to tie our shoes.
Wrap it around here and around here.
What's going on down there? What is this?
You're not gonna learn the knots I'm gonna teach right now, but there's no doubt in my mind we're gonna see this again.
I think
The first one I want to show you is one of the most simple knots that exists in the world, but I think this would have been great yesterday because it just gives you a quick functional knot. It's called a taut line. Let's say this is the wood on the opposite side. So if I just bring this thing around, so I go through that hole I created, I go through again, that goes through here, and it kind of looks like a boa constrictor.
Secretly, I'm just really confused. I'm like, what?
Basically, the rabbit goes up through the hole, it goes around the tree, and you got yourself a knot.
Rabbit?
Pull that through, and you've got that perfect square knot.
Oh,
See how?
boom. I did it.
Let's talk a little bit about the circus. This one, I am like looking at you too.
You know, we're both up for the job.
Fair enough. I'd love to be able to tell you I had an easy weak link, an individual to throw into the circus, but right now, they're all weak links.
This was the same course you did yesterday.
It's so beautiful.
It
I
is.
don't want to get back in it, though.
Now, I want you all to take your backpacks off. I put something special in each one. Going to the circus, I wanted to remotivate them. So I have a gift for each of them. And remind them, Brooke is gone, but you're still here. That was a special gift from Brooke for you.
That is too sweet. That was her tagline, Beast Mode Barbie. She reminded me that I'm here to prove a point, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Your true reason for being here was not Brooke, it was not Chris. It was to show yourself that you can do this. And then the same thing for you. When we deploy, we'll keep a picture of a loved one. That way we remember why we do what we do. That's why.
I really needed this to remember what I came here for. My mom, she's been bedridden for over 7 years. You know, it's why I came here. This is what it's all about. I'm so glad to have a teammate that helped me out.
When I deployed, I left my daughter. I was a single mom at the time. It was hard. So you just put everything into that mission and being able to go home safe. All right, let's march it back home.
What do you think about the circus? That's gonna be a hard one.
I swear, I mean, I look at Cam, and I mean, as an individual, you're so strong, you know?
I agree.
Yeah.
Maria is pushing for me to go in. It's funny because she pushed for everybody to go in but herself.
No doubt, he's gonna come back.
I bet it's just a weird coincidence.
Got it.
I don't want to give up my strongest guy because I might need him later, and there's no one really weak. But at the same time, I can see Maria going to the circus, so it's a really tough decision.
Welcome, everyone. The teams here tonight have lost today's evolution. Each team's cadre will pick one competitor to participate in tomorrow's circus. And although Team T is down to just 2, there are still 3 teams that are intact. Keep in mind, if you can stay intact, the team can walk home with $1 million. Tonight, we're going to choose 3 to face the circus. One will give up, ring out, go home. What we don't know is how. The endurance platform, forever changing, can test strength, mental toughness, physical well-being, until someone rings out. Rourke, who are you sending to the circus? Keep in mind, you cannot choose the same competitor 2 weeks in a row.
I can't send Hayes, and Goldie's done her work for right now, so I think this one's for my big man, so I'm putting the machine in.
Mark the machine.
You're gonna crush it.
Rourke has selected you to face the circus.
All right, brother.
I'm doing this for my daughter and my family. I got to represent. I always tell them to go 120%. I guarantee you I'm going to give it 120%.
Rourke, why machine?
I think he wants to have a solo performance. I think he was a little bit down on this last race. I think he's tired of losing. And I think to give him a shot to control the fate on his own is going to be nothing but positive coming back.
Nick.
I can't put K-Joy in. She proved herself. Jim has proven enough with the team right now. He's put in a lot of hard work. Maria and Cam, I could send either one of those 2 in, and they're going to come out on top. It was a little bit of a toss-up. But it's going to be Cam.
Cam, you've been chosen to face the circus.
That's it.
Too easy.
Thank you.
That's it.
Cam, thoughts?
I did come here with a lot to prove to a lot of people back home. So when it comes to the circus, I'm gonna take it from dud to stud. And I'm gonna show everybody that I am too Cam to give a damn.
Oh, you... For some reason, man, there's something about you that just makes me smile.
Definitely reminds me of Nick, right there. All Nick.
Nick, anything more to add on why you chose Cam?
Look at Cam, he's 21. When I was 21, I was on my 2nd or 3rd deployment. Unstoppable. Like I said, I don't think he's felt pain. He hasn't pushed himself to where...
21 and bulletproof.
21 and bulletproof. Yeah, that's Cam. He's going to explode on this one.
We will see tomorrow. T, your strategy so far has been send the person I feel who will come back. And for whatever reason, they've both gone home. So, T, who do you choose to face the circus?
Right now, I gotta go with what's best for the team overall. I pick Tony.
Tony, you've been chosen to face the circus.
Got this. All day, every day.
T, what went through your mind choosing Tony?
He's NFL, through and through. He's got what it takes, and he's gonna do what it takes.
Tony.
You know what I mean? You gotta do what you gotta do, because I'm out here fighting for my mom.
Machine, Tony, Cam, you've all been chosen to face the circus, and you will do so tomorrow. I wish you all the best of luck. I'd like to catch up with you all individually tomorrow before you run. Please remember, tomorrow one of you will give up. One of you will ring out. One of you will go home. Head back to base camp.
I'm scared, I'm nervous because I need you to come back.
Right.
I'm serious.
I'm going all out. I have to, because I'm sorry to say this about the green team, but I gotta knock y'all down one. I gotta get y'all one.
Well, I tell you, I am definitely going to be rooting for you because on that first day on the bridge, when I was a basket case,
That's
you were there
okay.
for me. So this was a dog tag from my first bodybuilding show.
Okay.
And I came in dead last, but that was okay because I had lost 50 pounds. And I said to myself, someday I'm gonna win. And I won this year. So it's my good luck charm. You can keep it with you. I really appreciate what you did for me.
I am nervous. I hope you know that.
You don't look nervous.
Okay, good.
This is the biggest opportunity of your life.
That's 110% true. My journey from when I saw John Cena wrestle for the first time to now performing in front of John Cena.
He is your audience.
He is.
You're on stage, he's watching you.
I know.
My kids wrote me some letters. My daughter wrote, "Since you are gone for this long, you better kick some butt and try your best not to get hurt or killed. But still go 120. I'm excited to be able to demonstrate everything I tell to my kids. Always give it 120%.
Is anyone in this world gonna take that victory away from you?
No.
Absolutely not. No. Especially not one of those guys.
Nope. These two guys, at first glance, might underestimate me, but I think when it comes time for circus, they're not looking at the boy who doesn't belong. They're gonna be looking at the man who's gonna knock them on their ass and make them ring that bell.
So I get to spend a little time with the machine.
Yes, you do.
And facing the circus, have you scoped your competition? What do you feel about those guys?
Well, Tony, he's the one guy I look up to most in the house.
Why is that?
Because he did something I always wanted to do as a kid. He played in the NFL. I wasn't good enough. So for me, this is an opportunity to go up against someone who did something I could never do.
And best them.
Now, I don't look ahead and say, I'm gonna win. I'm not gonna do that because I've lost in life. But I'm gonna do everything within my ability to make sure that doesn't happen today.
You say you've lost in life.
You know, I've had setbacks. I've had family tragedies. I've had marital issues. At the end of the day, you work through them and you persevere.
Well said. I wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate it, brother.
Mark has a hardened exterior, and I think he is in the beginning process of peeling that back and revealing the human being that is Mark. When I look at someone called the Machine, I can't help but jump to a stereotype. And when he proves me wrong on that, it makes me feel good that he's here.
You coming back to us tonight?
That's the plan. That's the plan, girl.
Bring it home.
I will.
First of all, why pro wrestling?
You know, it's funny. There was a Raw, and my dad took my brother and I, and you were in the main event against Edge.
Son of a bitch.
And I think, like, ever since then, I said to myself, like, you know, I want to be a pro wrestler. I want to be a WWE superstar one day.
I'm not going to ask you who you were cheering for that night, and please don't tell me, even if you're lying. But why are you here?
I think I have a lot to, you know, prove.
What about today? What do you feel about today?
I'm scared. You know, I'm with a few grown-ass men, so it's time for me to step up.
Don't go home today.
Definitely
All
not.
right? The other two guys, if they win, they can help support other people. Cam will be able to support chasing his dream. From a guy like me, that's really important. But Cam has the least to lose. That doesn't mean he has the least to fight for.
You all right?
You all right?
I'm good, yeah.
No, he's awesome. Look at him. He looks good, feels good, it's gonna do good.
Touchdown, Tony. We all have inspiration. You had mentioned that you draw a lot from your mom.
She worked as a nurse for 37 years, and then she was paralyzed. So all the money I had as an NFL player, CFL player, I was using it trying to make sure she had that opportunity to come on walk again, and she didn't, and that was it, and that's fine. You know what I mean? She lived with it, and I had to live with it, too.
What would surviving this competition mean to you?
Like, just to prove to my mom, like, you gave everything you got, so did I.
Knowing that you will go to great odds for his family, I'm sure when faced with the circus itself, he is going to find the ability to dig deep. When you're fighting for more than yourself, you tend to push beyond your limits. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the circus. A beautiful, intimidating monster. Tony, you, Cam, and Machine will face the circus. One of you, the jeopardy of your team dwindling down to one, hangs in the balance. Gentlemen, this is not just a circus for you. This is a proving ground. Step up. Which leads me to today's endurance test. It is called Post Up, and it goes like this. When you arrive on that endurance platform, you'll see a succession of posts, from smaller to taller, from wide to narrow. You will start on the first post, standing. And in 15 minutes, you will be asked to do what I've constantly asked you to do. Step up. But you will step up to a taller, more narrow post. 15 minutes after that, you'll do the same again. The first competitor to fall, to abandon their post, must ring out. And when you ring out, your journey on American Grit is over. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now for the advantages. If you are last to the platform, there is no advantage. Stand on a post, and we start that clock. 5 minutes after that, the competitor that arrives second stands on their first post. 5 minutes after that, the competitor that arrives first stands on their post. It's time to make your way to the starting line.
Go, machine.
Go, Tony.
Cam has a really good combination of speed, youth, and strength. If I can just get Cam to bust his ass on this obstacle course, there's no way anyone can beat him. And that 10-minute advantage is huge.
Machine needs this circus. He needs to go in there to kind of fight in an individual arena and prove his mettle to come back to us as a strong team competitor.
Come on, Cam. Get up. We got 2 remaining members. We have to make it through. I'm hoping that picture of Tony's mom that I gave him as a reminder of why he's here would actually help today.
Turn around and look at that bell. Do not ring that bell. 3, 2, 1.
You got this, Tony! You got Tony! Go, Tony! Get in your zone! Get in your zone, baby! You got this! All right, you got it!
I figured Cam would jump up to an early lead, and he has.
Come on, Machine, let's get up there.
Machine fighting with something to prove. Tony the same.
Come on, Tony!
Tony gaining on it. Usually the person that gets up and over first is the person to come to the finish line
Come on,
first.
Machine, let's get over.
Cam up and over first.
Come on, Cam.
Stuck in the net. He's stuck in the net.
Come on, Cam. Come on, Cam.
Stuck in the net. He's stuck in the net.
Come on, Cam.
There you go.
Come on, Cam.
Tony off the obstacle first. How about that?
Let's go, Tony.
Come on, Machine, let's
Machine
get in it.
struggling.
Easy, Jack.
Here you go, Cam. Play your game. Play your game, Cam.
Neck and neck right now on the second obstacle.
Get in your zone, Tony! Get in your zone! You got it, Machine!
Machine finally off the net onto the second obstacle.
Hey, don't run your legs out.
Okay. Use them legs. Stand up. You're too tall. You're too tall not to use those legs.
Tony's halfway up the ladder.
I see you, Tony! I see you!
Cam's on his trail. It is neck and neck. This is so far the closest obstacle challenge we've had.
Let's go, Cam.
Honestly, it's neck and neck up there. It's silver red. Tony on beam. Cam is going to be right behind him. Cam on the beam. And it's looking pretty slick.
Come on, Cam.
That's so cute.
I'll see you down there, Machine. Good job.
Cam trying to figure the net out. Tony smoking his way across the Burma Bridge. Touchdown, Tony's cruising on this one. Figured Cam's youth would work to his advantage here. I've been proven wrong already. Cam almost diving down that last crawl.
Good job,
Do we have the first sight of Tony? We do. He's the first one.
Tony! I'm so proud of you, baby! You got this!
Certainly with something to prove and trying to keep his team intact. Look at this. He's giving it all he's got.
Just don't hurt yourself, please!
First to the endurance platform is Tony.
So proud of you, Tony!
And will receive a huge 10-minute advantage in the endurance test.
That's my team right there!
Get in the zone.
My plan was to make sure I get first because I want to keep off that peg as long as possible. I want to be the last one stepping on at all costs.
Roll the game.
Showboat it. Look at this kid. Second to the endurance platform is Cam with a big 5-minute advantage in the endurance test.
All right, Machine.
Here comes the Machine, looking totally exhausted.
Focus.
Take a breath, Machine. Take a breath.
Machine is third and final to reach the endurance platform. Remove his helmet. We'll get the endurance test started. Machine, up and ready? Start the clock. 15 minutes on the first peg. I'll be keeping time.
Good time. Good.
Cam,
Good.
you'll jump up on my mark, and then later, Tony.
Of course. Hard. Yeah, that's hard. Just get your wind, keep your focus. My hands are frozen.
Check on your armpits again.
You're doing good,
The
Machine.
freezing temperature, certainly in the shakes, is not good when you have to balance. 5 minutes has elapsed. Cam, your advantage is over. Step up. 10 minutes has elapsed. Tony, your advantage is done. Step up. All 3 competitors are on the platform. 5 minutes from now, you will all step up to the next peg.
Today's your day.
Competitors, prepare to step up. Step up.
All right. Again, just take that, yep. Get solid and make your transition up.
Good
Great job, Machine. Great job.
Keep it.
Great job.
Looks like everybody's made it. You will have 15 minutes in this position. Machine is a little wobbly in the early stages of this.
I'm looking at Tony's feet. There he goes. Tony's wobbling, Machine. You got this.
Shots fired.
Just
No, you're
saying.
not, baby. No, you're not. You're good.
Cam seemed pretty cold before he started. I honestly think cold is going to be the deciding factor here.
You got this, I promise.
You're kicking ass, Machine.
It is time to step up to the next obstacle. 3, 2, 1, step up.
Let's go, Cam.
Come on, Tony, you got this, Tony! Cam!
Come on, Machine.
Machine,
Come on, come on.
Here we go.
Go, Cam!
Come on, come on.
That's it, Tony. Yeah, Cam!
Come on, Meg. Come on.
I'm coming home.
Touchdown, Tony. With it all on the line, he proves true.
Come here, guys. Come here.
Love you, Mark.
Tony, Cam, you survived the circus.
You've been an engine for us, brother. You have. It was why I picked you. Machine is going home now, and I'm sad to see him go. There may be a benefit, though, that our team will see there are consequences to losing that evolution.
Machine, be proud, brother.
Mark, you must ring out.
Proudly. Bring it home, Rourke. Losing today sucked. I need that money. But I set forth what I wanted to do. And that showed that I could compete with the best of them. I'm proud. I gave it all I got. Hoo-yah! You don't know what the circus is going to bring. For me to step onto a 3-inch post is essentially like putting a bowling ball on a golf tee.
Next time,
You want to tell Team Noah about the circus today?
No, we shouldn't.
Team Noah's winning streak has begun to divide the house.
It's really important that Team Noah does not win the evolution.
It's time to start playing dirty.
Meanwhile, Team Nick has begun to divide themselves.
I've never had to deal with negative energy that was actually sleeping next to me.
Who will be the next contestant to give up? She's going for it! Ring out and go home on American Grit. We got ourselves a race!